A Middlesboro woman was killed last night in Jacksboro. Tennessee Highway Patrol Trooper Warren Crumpley tells WLAF that 39-year-old Tarina Grubbs was walking across the 4-lane in front of Jacksboro Middle School when she was hit. Crumpley explains that Grubbs walked in front of the eastbound vehicle just after 11:15 last night in an area where the posted speed limit is 45 miles per hour. Dispatchers with 911 say Lifestar was called but then waved off. It's believed Grubbs was struck by a small white pickup truck that left the scene. The truck had front-end damage. The Campbell County Board of Education spent nearly 2 hours discussing agenda items and examining a series of budget amendments, but postponed some major decisions until after their October 30th workshop, including the question of an expanded workday for teachers. The courtroom was nearly filled to overflowing as around 40 members of the local Zuma exercise class attended the meeting in support of continued use of the Caravel Elementary Gym, while members of Boy Scout Troop 423 were present to observe the board's activities. Zuma instructor Sharon Shepard addressed the board, first voicing appreciation for the board's agreement to allow Zuma classes to continue at Caravel. The fact that Zuma is a for-profit business had caused some board members to question the continuation of the group's use of school facilities. Shepard then offered to give back to the school system by allowing school employees to take Zuma classes free of charge once a week for 30 days. She pointed out the obvious advantages of helping teachers and other school personnel to improve their health and fitness, with several participants also being introduced who have lost weight and experienced other health benefits from the classes. The board gave their blessing to the offer, but Rector Miller cautioned that once the school system begins the train energy efficiency evaluations next year, all use of school buildings after normal hours will be placed under increased scrutiny to avoid financial penalties. In deference to new board member Danny Wilson, the board asked Finance Director Jeff Marlowe to describe in detail each of 10 budget amendments presented for approval. Most of those amendments involve changes due to increases or decreases in anticipated grant funding from state and federal programs. Eugene Lawson at one point questioned the effectiveness of after-school tutoring programs such as LEAP, protesting that high school test results don't show enough progress in student preparation. What were our average ACT scores? 17.1 for Campbell County and 15.2 for Jellicoe. Those are far below the state average of over 19, Lawson pointed out. He asked if there are processes put in place to evaluate how effective the tutoring programs have been. Rita Goins addressed the board, pointing out that all of the after-school programs are carefully monitored for effectiveness and student progress. Despite his skepticism, Lawson joined the rest of the board in unanimously approving the budget amendment for expansion of the after-school programs. The board postponed action on 2 other questions, one involving an increase in the official workday for teachers from 7 to 7.5 hours. Teachers Union President Sharon Marlowe had sent a written response to this proposal pushed by the Tennessee School Board Association, in which Marlowe questioned the legality of the change. This resulted in a heated response from Lawson, who argued that the extra 30 minutes each day enables the school system to budget for 13 lost days due to snow during winter months. Finance Director Jeff Marlowe cautioned the board that under existing contracts, an increase in the length of the school day would mean an increase in costs that have not been budgeted. The question was then postponed until the board's workshop scheduled for October 30th at the central office meeting room. Also postponed until the workshop was a discussion of changes in the school bus contracts, along with a proposal from Miller to hire a finance coordinator for the Board of Education. Much of Director Poston's time is spent with budget matters along with other central office staff. We need someone to take that responsibility so he can concentrate on educating children, Miller argued. Miller later aimed some criticism at the finance office, questioning a decision to approve a change order for work on the JROTC facility at Campbell County High School that cost an additional $7,000. Marlowe countered that Miller was aiming his criticism at the wrong place. Our role was to present the problem with drainage and the options for solving the problem. The director of schools made the decision on how to proceed, Marlowe replied. Poston then told that when faced with a decision between approving a change order to an existing construction contract or seeking new bids on the work, he made the decision to approve the change order, a decision that was within his power. Miller made a reference to the fact that the board no longer has a building committee of which he had been chairman to oversee construction. In September, it was revealed that the board's own policy manual forbids permanent standing committees, and all committees were disbanded. The board did finalize few decisions, including an archery program at all county schools and the disposal of the vacant Ridgewood Elementary School. Roughly 7/10 of an acre of the Ridgewood property will be transferred to the Ridgewood Volunteer Fire Department to provide permanent access across school property to a fire department facility. The building and remaining 4 acres of land will be sold by bid through Longmire Realty and Auction. The board will have a workshop meeting on October 30th. And early voting is here. Election Day, November, is less than 3 weeks away. Early voting starts now and runs through Thursday, November 1st. At Jacksboro, the hours at the Election Commission office are Monday through Thursday from 9 to 4, Friday from 9 to 7. Then Saturday, early voting times are 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. On the north side, early voting times at Jellicoe are from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday afternoon between 2 and 7, and Saturday hours run from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Campbell Countyans are voting in city, state, and national elections. Caryville and La Follette have city elections this fall. And that's a look at the news for today. Back with a press release from the Sheriff's Department in just a moment. And take a look at the press release from the Sheriff's Department. We find that 11 people have been booked into the county jail in the past 24 hours. Matthew Wade Bruce, 24, of Hilltop Drive in Jacksboro, for violation of probation and resisting arrest. 20-year-old Stephanie Campbell of South Highway 25W, La Follette, for violation of probation. Victoria Ann Crabtree, 34, of Tackett Loop in Caryville, an attachment for child support. 29-year-old Darrell W. Delk Jr., 29 of Myers Street in Jacksboro for theft of property between $1,000 and $9,999. Jamie Lee Douglas, 28 of East Hemlock Street, La Follette, for violation of probation. 48-year-old Judy Grant of Carview Lane in Speedwell for theft of property under $500 and vandalism. Kenneth Dwayne Jordan, age 30, of West Walden Street, La Follette, for driving on a revoked or suspended license, 6th offense. 31-year-old Hubert Monroe Kitch of South Avenue, La Follette, for aggravated burglary and vandalism. Darren Lynn Mark, 23, of Main Street, Jacksboro, for violation of probation and an attachment for child support. Timothy Neese of Pleasant Lane, La Follette, for violation of probation, and last today, 20-year-old Nicholas Joel Valderez of Honeycutt Lane, Caravel, for violation of probation. And we thank you for joining us for our midweek edition of the news. Stay with us. We got more coming your way, and be sure to be back here with us again tomorrow evening.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true.
Happy, happy birthday.
Oh,
this is your birthday song.
Oh,
celebration all night long.
Oh,
may all you...
Hey, Big Josh with you on this Wednesday evening, and we're looking at our birthdays and anniversaries today. And we want to remind you that the Birthday Club and the Anniversary Club is brought to you by WLAF and Eastside Pizza and Deli. Looking at today's birthdays, we've got Misty Kessler that turns 33 today. Happy birthday to you, Misty. And Skylar Kramer is 8 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Skylar. And also Michael Johnson, 34 years old today. A very special person. Happy birthday to you, Michael. That's a look at our birthdays, and looking at anniversaries. We're not showing any anniversaries today, but what I want to tell you is if you're celebrating, we want you to have a super, super day. But remember this, we need to get your name on our list here. If you're not on our birthday list or anniversary list, you need to get your name in here. Even if it's a little late, we'll still take it, because that's the only way that you can qualify for the drawing that we have on Friday. And the birthday winners win a birthday dinner for two. The anniversary winners, an anniversary dinner for two. That's all from WLAF and Eastside Pizza and Deli. So listen, you have a great day. Good Lord willing, we'll do all this again tomorrow at about this same time.